irks me so bad. I was listening to his podcast, and the guy on there, it's like a husband and wife duo who talks about, like, you know, this reality TV show that I'm watching, Ready to Love. And he was like, you know, the problem is 80% of women want 20% of the men who are out here. And I'm just like, that is such an internet behind take to me, and it's just so boring. Like, this whole idea of the day market is scarce, quality men are scarce. My whole thing is that, baby, I just need one. When he was saying that to me, my thing is like, why don't men just get their stuff together? Why not improve yourselves so much that you're actually adding to the pool, or this rhetorical 20% that we only have access to? And I'm not saying men aren't, but I'm saying if it's so little, then isn't that an intercommunal issue for men to solve and not for women to be shamed for? It is so strange to me, and it also reminds me of this irritation I'm starting to feel around the conversation. Do y'all watch Traders? Because a lot of my irritation recently has been around this conversation of, let me put some lip gloss on while I'm talking. Anyway, I'm getting real irritated from all these people who keep saying that Candace's game is emotional. She's playing an emotional game versus Rob, a white man who's conventionally attractive to y'all. Now, I stay out of it. The fact that people are calling Rob's game strategic, and he was playing chess and Candace was playing checkers, and he's playing the long game and Candace is blowing up her game and this and that. Why is it that when a woman, particularly a black woman,
for your destination,
is making a move that is unconventional to our eyes, then all of a sudden she's emotional, she's blowing up her game, she's not strategic? Do y'all know who Candace is as a housewife? Candace is an educated black woman who comes from affluence, okay? The pageant world, Howard University. Like, you have to be a certain type of woman and be where she is in life with social skills that, if you really were to break them down, would seem strategic if you really were tapping in, okay? So for me, hearing people say that she's playing an emotional game, y'all don't got no vision. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to put all of your chips on a white man with snakes on his body, as if that's not a symbol of something. I'm never going to think that a black woman's strategy is emotional just because a white man is her opponent. Okay, so today's one of those days where I'm just spending most of it like editing and stuff. I'm doing some planning for my social club, Black Girl Playground, because I have a lot of stuff in my head that I just need to like get into a planning sheet for brands to reach out to and just keep track of that. I realize what is going to help is if I simply just specify the types of brands that I'm reaching out to, just so I don't get like overwhelmed, because I think my list is up to almost 70. So I think if I just split it up, it would kind of like help my brain a little bit. I had my therapy call earlier and that went really good. She's encouraging me to write a letter to my younger self, and that just really hit. Like, I used to, it's so crazy, like the foundation of my social club is like very much so like for the little you. I'm being honest, I have not talked to little Allie in a really long time. And so the fact that she brought that up, I was like, wow, I need to talk to little Allie because she's feeling a lot of things right now. I guess that's my project for the week, to write a letter to little Allie about just the different emotions that I've been feeling lately. But right now, I really just want to get a chunk of this done so that by the end of the week, I have the outreach emails drafted, so that I'm just ready to go and hit the ground running, because it's still early in the year. But I definitely want to have our first event by the end of February. And then, yeah, just get the ball rolling in March. So this foundational work that's not really as glamorous is kind of what's going to help get me there. You know what time it is. We're trying out some new coffee. I went to Ascend to try their brown butter. Oh, y'all, it's 11 o'clock on the dot because in Indiana, they do a tornado warning. This is something from my child. Can y'all hear it? Can y'all hear that? Hold on. Can y'all hear that? Being raised as a child in Indiana while being a church kid, this little thing used to feel like the horn that God was going to use to call us all home. So now that I'm older, it's like, okay, like everything's fine, but I gotta let it run a little bit. Okay, so as I was saying, trying a new coffee shop from Ascend. It's a brown butter almond iced latte, and this is my first time ever trying it. So I always like myself a little extra sweet with honey. Ooh, I can smell it from the cup. Hold on. Oh, wow. That is so good. I'm sneaking this in before my dentist appointment. Don't tell on me, y'all. I need a little hit today. Come on now. That is so good. I basically just been editing all day. I'm not shooting anything new today because I have a lot of content that I'm just going to be repurposing this week and kind of just going from there. So right now I'm editing a new post for my Instagram on Canva. People be asking me like, how do I get my graphics and stuff? Girl, it's just Canva. But it's also Canva Premium, and I did use one of my other email addresses to use the free trial for 30 days. Again, a lot of it is just like playing around with removing backgrounds, and if you're good at collages, I feel like you'll be good at Canva and making cute graphics. And I am just kind of obsessed with like typography and images and color theory and things like that. So Canva really helps me to like play around with those things, which is why I kind of use that when it comes to content. But y'all can get a little peek of what I'm making. Hold on. So this is like a look into my Canva. Y'all will see this sometime this week. And it's a topic I wanted to talk about for being invisible online and how that's basically keeping you from your dreams. So this is the graphic I was working on. I got these fonts from thefont.com. Again, this is another example of like removing backgrounds and, you know, playing with dimensions and layers and things like that. Getting some pics off of Pinterest and just, you know, playing around with them. And yeah, a little sneak peek to what I'm working on, but this is my playground. I love Canva so much. Licensing agency. Okay, so by the time y'all seeing this, y'all, we hit the milestone of 100 subscribers. I feel like I need to like get a slice of cake or something because I can't believe it. Like I literally started taking YouTube seriously back in December. And the fact that, you know, we've already crossed over to this threshold and this milestone is like so fun and so exciting. I'm just going to keep, you know, the flow of the content and schedule that I have already. I think that that's a good pace for me to not feel overwhelmed, and to also give myself grace if there's like nothing to talk about in the vlog just because things are brewing. I'm going to be keeping y'all updated on everything, and I really do appreciate everyone who left a very sweet and kind comment under my last video. I'm still working to make that happen. I got some good news today about something. The fight is over, okay, for this money that I have been waiting for content that I literally did back in September, and they finally released it, okay? So amen to that. It's definitely a step in the right direction. And so we're just gonna like keep the momentum going, like I've been posting very, regularly on Instagram and TikTok ever since I got off of my social media break. And views or whatever, but I just feel really proud of myself that like I'm getting my flow back, and I'm just like putting out content and just, keeping myself empty, like making sure the ideas get out of my head so that I keep myself empty so that I can receive new ideas and new insights and stuff. So I'm really excited about like that. If you haven't already, feel free to follow me on Instagram at your girl Allie. I'm also on TikTok at your girl Allie, but everything is obviously tagged below because I want to make it easy for y'all. But yeah, I'm going to close out the vlog here. I hope y'all enjoyed. And if this one's a little bit shorter, forgive me, but I do believe in editing yourself. And so I hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know if you did in the comments. And if you're new here, be sure to like, comment, and of course, subscribe, because there's going to be a lot of really cool content coming, and we're going to keep it up. So yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one.